Today is a WDSU first warning weather alert day. We have had some strong to severe thunderstorms from the New Orleans metro to the North Shore to the Mississippi coast. And incoming is another round of thunderstorms into parts of the South Shore. Now, if you're watching from Houma, Thibodaux, Lutcher, Vacherie, you've not seen much, if anything, so far today. These storms, though, are now beginning to make their way towards the south as advertised. And because we haven't seen any rain, very hot, very humid conditions could fuel some severe weather this evening. Here's a look at the newly issued severe thunderstorm warning for St. James Parish. Folks that are watching from Vacherie, Lutcher, Convent, heads up. Some of these storms could produce hail up to quarter in size and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Would also say, watch this line that's about to move into Laplace. Lightning counter has been trending upwards, close to 500 lightning strikes in just the last 15 minutes. For the North Shore, if you're watching in Covington, Folsom, Hammond, Ponchatoula, still some light to moderate rain, but the heaviest is now moving over Lake Pontchartrain. There is a look at the extreme rainfall rates, though, on the north side of the causeway. So heads up if you've got to travel across the causeway. Blinding rain and some very gusty winds. Notice the wind speeds are about to pick up. Even in the New Orleans metro, we're watching this outflow boundary that could help to kickstart some additional storms. Also, for folks that are watching from Kentwood towards Roseland, some more beneficial rainfall moving in. Severe thunderstorm risk remains a level 2 through the evening, and I want to show you the storm intensity that could ramp up in parts of the river and bayou parishes through 7 to 8 p.m. before eventually this whole storm complex moves towards the coast. To talk more on the timing, the threats, and why, Derek Sibley, did we see these hail-producing storms today?
Yeah, Scott, and it's all really thanks to the instability in the atmosphere that really helped provoke very strong severe weather potential, leading to some of the hailstones that we saw here today. In fact, these pictures are coming from our very own WDSU First Warning meteorologist Raven Richard there in Iris Channel. And we also have another picture that came in from our executive producer here at WDSU, Nicole Meyer. And you can see anywhere between around dime to maybe nickel-sized hail from some of the reports such as this one and some of the others that we've seen here today so far here in southeast Louisiana. Now, what causes the hailstones to form? Well, sometimes you can get what's called very strong updrafts in the atmosphere with these strong to severe thunderstorms that develop. And what happens is that these rain droplets get rushed right back up into the thunderstorm. That is the updraft. And then what happens is the updrafts, as they continue to suspend up in the air, they begin to freeze. The water droplets, that is, they begin to freeze. And eventually what happens is if you get the stronger updrafts to send the ice particles and the rain particles back up into the clouds and they begin to freeze again, you're going to get those hailstones. And eventually what's going to happen after that? Gravity takes over and it will send the hailstones to the ground. Sometimes they can fall very, very fast. And of course, Scott, we all know that the larger the hailstone potential, the more possible damage and destruction they could cause. But so far today, we've seen anywhere between the dime to nickel and quarter-size hail, Scott.
Yeah, and Derek, pretty remarkable that we saw several windows that were actually cracked uptown from those hailstones that were potentially quarter size, and there was the possibility of up to golf ball sized hail with those storms in uptown earlier. I posted several videos on my Facebook page, and we've got a whole slew of the videos posted on our WDSU news page as well. Here's a look at what we're expecting tomorrow. It is a WDSU First Warning Weather Impact Day. Some spotty storms in coastal South Louisiana. Heat advisory tomorrow, 11 a.m. through 8 p.m. Look how hot we get on Sunday. Spotty storms could become a little bit more numerous as we head to early next week. The positive news is that will knock our temperatures back down into the low 90s.